Oh, I think it's here. I think I'm here. I think I might be here. Alive and well. Okay, I put Gilly. Oh, I sent Gail a link. Hi, everyone. Oh my goodness, look at everyone is here. So many beautiful faces. Oh, good grief. There's Vamsy. There's Angela Snyder. Hello, Angela and Vamsy and Martha Townsend. I hope you're behaving yourself, Martha. Tanya Stokely, Sharon Lewinter, and Arlene Atkinsell. Good to see you. Oh my goodness. And then I see Pat Tootle, and I see Lottie Faith, and I see, who else do I see? Gems by Gemma. Gems by Gemma. Gems by Gemma. You not last week but the week before you won the door prize, but you never sent me your address in my email. And so my email address is below the video, and I need you to send. I usually will not hold on to the door prize for till the following week, but since this is kind of new, I still have yours. So please send me your address in the in my email, and I can send you your little. It's not a whole lot, but there's always something for the door prize. And to know I can send it overseas. I got some overseas um, stamps, so I can do that internationally. And there is Beetle Chick. And let's see, who have I missed? And of course, Gail. Oh, there's Gail. I got to add her to the stream. Add to stream. Okay, there she is.
Hello.
Hi, hi. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing fine. Just snowed in and yeah, too much snow and cold up here.
Oh my goodness. And I am hearing from so many people how bad the snow is. To
Yep.
Cordula, who's in Arkansas, has said they're all snowed in and they usually don't even have snow.
Right. That's what's bad is everybody down south isn't used to this. I'm used to it.
Yeah, when you're used to it, yes, then that's something. But oh, there is Cordula. And Martha, I had to restart my computer. Now let you all know too that that oh, it's below zero in Oklahoma. Oh my goodness. My internet has been really flaky, going off and on just at its own whim. So now if you lose me, I'll come right back. So don't go anywhere, because then I'll try to come right back, and hopefully that will work. Janice Jackson is also in Oklahoma. Janice, I think you just sent me a picture, didn't you? Was it you that just sent me a picture? Gosh, my memory is so bad. And Suzanne Hale is here, and Little Red Wagon, and then Camellia is in the UK, and she is here in America, Florida today. In America, Florida. Oh my goodness! Since I'm late, I really need to get this show on the road with what I want to do today. Um, Today I had planned to do some of you might have seen a video I did through the week that showed a tree that I did with couching. And I got it right down here in this here box. No, I don't. Okay. So maybe oh, here it is. Behind me. See, now this here is kind of hard to see because it's just all blended in together. But here's the tree trunk, and along the tree limbs, I couched on. So I first couched on the tree, and this just does not like the camera. The camera doesn't like this. That's what it was
You
doing the
sure?
other day.
Yeah, but sometimes if your mouse gets moved and you don't mean for it to.
Okay,
I was
no,
going to tell you about that.
it has nothing to do with the mouse. The
Oh,
mouse is sitting there very kind and nice and stable,
and
but
not getting moved by anything else on your
no,
desk.
there is so
Okay.
much on this here that if I move my hand, it can't focus. It doesn't have
Okay.
anything to focus on. There's too much. And so, but you can kind of see it real quickly there. But anyway, I'm going to show it to you here. This is better. This is what we're going to kind of do today. We're going to make this tree, and that will be with couching, and we're going to make a little house, or I am. You don't have to do the same thing I do, of course, but we're going to do a blanket stitch around the house. Now, what I want to show you first is I'm going to show you how, real quickly here, I'm going to do a blanket stitch just right on this here piece of fabric. And doggone it, why didn't I get a piece of thread? Why didn't I get a piece of thread? Put on a piece of needle. My goodness. And there's Violet. Hi. Susan Ernest. Oh my goodness. And I have been seeing on the Scrap and Lizzie site, I have been seeing beautiful things that people are already doing. I have seen, and I have had a couple of people in their emails have sent me images that they have done. And oh my gosh, I am so impressed. I am so impressed. Get this thing open. Um, And I'm first going to do, and I can see by some of the images that I've seen already, is that a lot of you already know how to do the blanket stitch. There are probably about 5 to 8 stitches that are the most commonly used stitches in slow stitching. And they're embroidery stitches, but we use them in slow stitching. And because we borrow everybody's ideas when we do some slow stitching. Thank you, Vamsy, and happy Valentine's Day to everybody out there too. And then I see Vamsy said hello to Dolores. Hello, Dolores. Arlene is going to lurk. Arlene, I hope you're feeling okay. Okay, I just have a piece of batting here, and I am going to just go in here, and I'm going to start a blanket stitch. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, see, well, I really probably didn't want to leave that knot on the top, but I did. I'm going to go back in there where I just, see, I went in and then I come back out. I'm going to put that knot, my needle back in where that knot went in, and I'm going to come out. I kind of think of this as a rail fence with fence posts down like this. I think we talked about this one before, but I don't remember. And so now I'm going to come up along that rail fence there, and I just messed it up completely and totally.
Oh, no.
Okay, no, that's just how I do things. Oh, wait. Okay, so I got my first fence post. Wait a minute. Okay, okay, rewind. Rewind. Okay, rewind. Always my first start. I don't know why. My first start of any stitch is it's just act like I've lost my mind. Okay, let me see. I'm going to put my needle up from the bottom. Now I want that stitch, I want this stitch to go this way. So I'm going to go here with my fence post and come up underneath the fence. Let me see if that looks right. Now I'm going to bring my fence back over here and come up with another fence post.
Oh, I see.
And then come back up over here. Okay, so see, everything goes back to the farm. I'm building a fence. Okay, so then I'll go back down here with another fence post and come up. And see, you're coming up underneath that piece, underneath that this here top row. And so that's what you're going to keep doing, is making sure that this thread is above. This thread is going to be above when you're making the post part of this stitch. And then when you pull it gently, then you get that blanket stitch. And this blanket stitch now can go either, it can go either way. It can go where this fence part, this top rail part, is at the edge of your fabric, and then all the posts are this way, or you can put it to where all the posts are this way and the edge is up above your fabric. So you've got, two, either way you do it is right. Now some people might say that the buttonhole stitch is the same thing, which it is. You can, but to do a buttonhole stitch, you'll go right close to the last one, to the last stitch, and you'll go right close again. And well, I don't have it very close, but then that would make the buttonhole stitch. And this is how a lot of people did buttonholes. They did buttonholes. A lot of people still do buttonholes that way. But that's the blanket stitch, which you can go this way or this way on your fabric. Okay. So I did on this house, I did a little blanket stitch all the way around the house, and then I did a little blanket stitch around the roof of the house. We might not get to all of that today, but we might. What I don't get today, I will do a continuation through the week, because that's what I do my homework. Okay, now, if you want to do couching, can be anything. You can couch on anything. You might have a little piece of denim here like this, and you might want to couch that right along your fabric, and it can be couched. Oh, and I see Laura Jersey Crafter. Hi, it is so good to see you, Samantha Owens. Oh, you guys are just amazing. Okay, so now I'm going to work on my tree. I won't get my whole tree done because I never get anything all the way done. So that shouldn't shock you at all. And but what I'm going to do with my tree, I have got, these might be kind of long, but I can cut them later. And so, oh yes, couching looks like hair dreads when you're, yes, it does. You can make it look like dreads, that's for sure. But I like to use the yarn, and I've got mostly brown, but then I've got a few other colors too. Now on this other one that doesn't want to focus, I use strips of fabric, which I have learned that even the strips of fabric, what I call fabric ribbon, that works very good too. In fact, in my newest kits that my kits keep changing with the weather. And so my kits, I've been adding some strips, some fabric strips, just for this kind of an idea. And so I tie that in the center, like that, sort of in the center. And then I'm going to separate each of these like this. I'm going to get like equal amounts, hopefully. in each of three because I'm going to braid this just like you're going to braid your hair. And so I'm going to braid this. And oh, Aaron, did you go to the ER, hon? Okay, I was having shortness of breath and swelling in my legs, so they did an ultrasound on my legs, an EKG, and an X-ray on my chest. Are you still at the hospital, dear
Yeah,
Aaron?
she did. Yeah, she said she was sitting in ER waiting for the results of tests.
Oh, okay. I knew she was going, so I was. Oh
Oh,
my goodness, I was concerned. And Aaron says she's okay, so goodness knows she better be. Okay, she's there now, she says. All right. All right. And she's a girl that never complains. So when she said she wasn't feeling good, I just thought I'd just go ahead and call the coroner. Not
oh,
really, not really, Aaron. I wouldn't call coroner. But see now I'm getting this braided part now is going to be the trunk of my tree. And then I'm going to leave the ends on right there. I'm going to leave them on there. I'm going to tie it. I got to tie I don't want my braid to come down, so I'm going to tie that on there nice and tight.
Renee, Little Red Wagon, says looks like Groot. Yeah, it kind of does, just a different color.
It looks like what?
Groot. Do you
I
know
don't
who Groot is?
No, I don't know Groot.
He's a character from oh, something of the galaxy. Now I can't remember. It's a series of movies. He's a
Oh,
little. He looks like a tree trunk with
oh,
twigs.
okay.
It's a little tree person. And
Oh,
there's a baby one in the second, or yeah, in the second movie.
oh, that's cute. Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the I don't know why I couldn't think of that. I've seen the movies several times with my grandsons.
Oh, I haven't watched it. I guess I've not even heard of it, which I'm sure my son has watched it. Okay, now I'm
All that
going to.
character says is Groot.
Oh,
I am Groot.
oh, how cute. We could make Groot. Does he have eyes?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Oh, see, we could make one. You can slow stitch a Groot then.
Yeah, that's true. You could.
Um, Suze, this is one of these kinds of yarns. I really don't even know what it is. It's something different. And then the brown is just regular yarn. But these colored ones are something different, and I don't even know what kind it is. Now, when you're couching, any kind of okay, there Martha said she is Groot.
No, that's from the movie. All he says is I am Groot.
Oh,
For
he said
everything that you're talking about.
oh, okay. Now I'm gonna have to watch. I want to meet Groot for myself.
I wouldn't be surprised if Jeffrey knows about him.
He probably does. I'll have to ask him. Okay, now I'm couching it on. With couching it is you're just going to make any kind of strips, any kind of a stitch that will hold your piece on that you want to couch to the top of your fabric. And so and I'm just going around with what I call a whip stitch. Now, some people like to do a cross stitch and have little crosses all up and down. And that is pretty too. Probably if I could probably do that if I just go back up again and just do a little cross stitchy kind of thing. Cross stitchy. Well, maybe I can. Maybe I can. Maybe I cannot. But anyway, I'm going back up anyway, and it's doing something, but I'm just getting it on there because I want to get back up there. And so I'm not going to do the whole thing, the whole tree right now, because that'll take too long, but I'm just doing part of it because now See, now what we'll do now is where I went up the trunk, and then I started taking a few of the strands to make the branches and twigs. So you then can go with maybe a few and a few and a few, and maybe break it up into three sections again. But then when you do those sections here, then just twist a little bit here and do this much of it, maybe just a part of it, and just now go ahead and couch that on when you get to that.
I got a question, or I mean, Tammy Frazier has a question for you. Hi, Tammy. Lizzie, are you catching the yarn as you sew around?
Nope, I'm not catching the yarn at all. Nope, it's just the stitches are all underneath on the fabric, but not on the yarn. Okay, then when I got this far with that branch, now I want to make limbs. So I'm going to separate that again. And then I'm going to twist a little bit. Twist and shout. And then I can go along and then stitch, keep couching. Okay, but see, now I went from the trunk to the branch to the limb. I think that's how it goes. And go a little bit for the limb. Okay, then split your yarn or whatever you're using, split it again. Okay, and now I've only got 3 pieces right here, so well, let me put this one here and this one here. And so now I'm going to twist that a little bit, and then I'm going to
I got another question for you from a, I don't know how to say it, Adele Smith. Lizzie, do you like yarn more than material and yarn?
I really enjoyed using the fabrics. The fabrics really were nice. And in fact, I just was gifted some beautiful green scraps of fabric that I think I want to use in one of these. And so to me, I don't have a preference.
Whatever works.
Yes. And anything, like I say, like I said here, if you had a piece, this is a piece of denim. I've been cutting denim jeans apart and using pieces. And so this is a piece of a seam. But you know, if I was to take that and roll it like this and then couch that on for something, I think that would be awesome. And I'm couching with just my white crochet cotton, or it's like an ecru color. I mean, if we were doing this, hi Jennifer Haney, there's my daughter. She's so beautiful. And
hi Jennifer.
And so you can use like any color. And now I might want to split this and have some twigs. So this grouping of fibers, whatever fibers you use, and there is some yarns that are like the eyelash trim yarn and stuff. If you were to be using that and couching it on, then you'd get that little fuzzy. Hi, Kathy Cole. She says hi to everyone.
Oh, it's Jeffrey.
Oh, it's Jeffrey. This is your grandson and his mother's phone. How come you don't have your own phone, Jeffrey?
Hey, Jeffrey, do you know who Groot is? The character Groot?
I bet he does. Yes. Yes. Who just said that? Susan's going to use sorry strips.
He says yes. He knows.
He does know Groot. Jeffrey, why didn't you ever tell me about Groot? They said that this kind of looks like Groot here. Well, maybe now that
it's a different color.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be after he branched out and grew up.
Yeah, right. But see now how that goes there? Now I went from the trunk to a branch to a limb to a twig. And so, and if you continue this with this whole thing, you can get your tree all over the fabric, just all over the fabric. Then I want to just show you. I wanted to build a. Oh, here's one. This one I did. I put a whole bunch of houses on here. There's a whole bunch of. It's a whole city, and so I just had a whole bunch of little squares, and I think most every one of these. Oh, this one I did the borrow stitch around. These roofs I did blanket stitch. I think all the roofs have blanket stitch. No, this one doesn't. I mean, you just can have so much fun. And then I borrow stitched over the whole thing, and it kind of looks like it's snowing.
Oh, that's beautiful.
A lot of people are experiencing snow. Then I took little pieces of felt and I made the doors, and then a button on each one for the doorknob. And I love them. Now, this one, for some reason, got a yo-yo on it, so it's a round door with a big doorknob in the middle. And then these little yellow, that's just windows that I just did a little satin stitch on there. And so, you can just do so much. Just so much.
Susan Ernst says she sees rain, and I was thinking the same thing. You'd have to do French knots for the snow, Lizzie.
Oh, okay. You know what? I first said that it was rain to somebody, and they said, well, it looks more like snow. So that's why I said snow.
Well, they don't know what snow looks like then.
Okay. And then across the bottom, I just put some stitches to make it look like grass. So your slow stitching can go anywhere. Just go anywhere. Hi, Vanessa, Tanya. Oh, you guys are so great for coming on. So, gosh, these are fun. These are fun. And I have found that I like using little pieces of felt in here. The doors are felt. Well, not that one. But most of the doors are felt. And using felt is amazing. And so that's what I started putting now in the kits too, is some felt, now that I've learned. Because as I learn different things, then I add different things to my kits which I've got 4 to send out tomorrow. I thought there was no mail today. Wondered, why is the mail not coming and picking up our mail? Then I realized,
President's Day.
It's President's Day. And so the mailmen get to have a little day off. So now what I want to do, I'm gonna cut me a house. Now let's see. We want a house about this big. There's my house. Oh, Renee, thank you for your super chat.
Wow, Renee, that is nice.
That is so wonderful. So I'm going to put, that is so wonderful. Thank you so much. So, and I really like to just, oh, see, now I'm blown away by that, so I can't even talk anymore.
Well, while you're thinking, Lizzie, Sue says I might try embroidery floss too. 6 full strands, multiple colors. Yeah, that's one thing, you guys. You can couch just a couple of strands if you wanted to, or a piece of yarn. You don't have to do like Lizzie did with this great big tree trunk of a bunch of stuff.
That's true. And you know what? Somebody suggested to me how wisteria is so pretty, the plant wisteria. Mm-hmm. So if you have coming from the top and you just have your greenery, just vines hanging down, and then just add little groups of purple. Isn't wisteria purple, or does it come in a lot of colors? Of just little groups of the stitches, whatever I call it, the
French knots, or the
French knots. Yes, French knots.
Yeah, they make little flowers.
Yes, and make little flowers. That would be so pretty. There, I come up with so many ideas. And then I want to try everything. I just want to just try everything. And so then my needle just wanders away. It just wanders away. Okay, oh, there is still a little thread on this needle. So I want to put on the roof of my house, I want to just put a little bit of a blanket stitch around it, because then the blanket stitch almost makes it looks like little shingles on my roof.
Mm.
And so, or you could just borrow stitch. So I was.
Oh my, Patricia. Patricia Stubbs just gave you
Oh,
another nice.
oh my gosh, Patricia, thank you so much for shipping in just cuz. Oh my gosh, how wonderful. Thank you. You all are just so generous. Oh my goodness. I was talking to a friend this morning, and she said that she got an email, I don't know, from the mayor or somebody of the town, and they suggested that everybody put their heat down to 60 degrees to save on, or up to 60 or whatever, so that they don't use too much heat to save fuel
Oh,
or
they're
something.
worried about power outages, maybe?
I don't know. They just want to preserve the fuel or something. And good grief,
Hmm.
there's some people that you can't go. There's some people
No.
that can't go
And
that
here's another thing. When we think the power is going to go out up here in the middle of the winter when it's so cold, we turn our heat up because we don't want to. Of course, we have gas fuel. I mean, it's not like you're not really using a whole, well, you use a little more electricity. I guess it depends on what you're using for fuel, but yeah.
I was
Anyway,
thinking.
we keep the heat up because if the power goes out, then your house will stay warm longer.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And especially like elderly, you don't need to be getting chilled. That's,
Yeah.
so I told her, I says, no, 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 no. You stay, keep your apartment warm. We can't afford anybody to get sick, from, not being warm enough. And I said, probably the whoever wrote that email was sitting in a nice, cozy, warm office chair.
Samantha Owen says that's what we were doing in Oklahoma. I don't know if for has an electric. I don't know. I think that's a typo, but for electric, they're telling them to stay at 68. Now that's still a little on the chilly side, but during the day, that's what we keep our house at anyway. But I heard they're doing that in Texas. They're telling people not to use any extra electricity. That's why Rebecca, she didn't stream today because of that.
Oh, yeah. So that's, and I can understand that you do want to save that, and maybe some people can bundle up and be fine. But like if you got babies in the house or elderly in the house, you got to keep that house nice, keep it warm. And so there, I just did a little blanket stitch up there on my little roof, which gives it, where it gives it a little bit more something.
Dimension, a little more dimension. It almost looks more like a little like gingerbread.
Yes.
The what they call, I don't know, or maybe not gingerbread. What do they call that on the Victorian houses?
Oh, like the shaker or shaker.
No, no, I'm thinking Victorian, and the word that comes to mind is gingerbread because of all the fancy trim and stuff.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really up on all of that kind of
I don't
stuff.
know, but that's what I thought of when I saw your blanket stitch on there.
Mm-hmm. And I think, the blanket stitch is one of them. The stitches that we have been using so far, the blanket stitch, the borrow stitch, the chain stitch, the running stitch, which is the bow stitch. What else have we done? We've done a few, but there's not that many different stitches. I mean, you can take them all and create new stitches out of them by adding to it. Like when we did the burrow stitch and we wove the do some weaving in the burrow stitch, and so
What's that one called that looks like the chicken feet?
oh, that was the chicken feet was the chicken foot stitch. No, what was it?
There's got to be another name for it.
Yeah, what did we call that? Now I can't even think.
Well, because I looked up chicken foot stitch and it looked, they actually have one and it looks different. To me, it looks more like a star shape or something.
Okay, no, this was
Well, I
called
don't know.
oh gosh, I did say what it really was.
Hey, Ray.
Now I can't
I'll
think
have to look it up again. I don't know what it's called. I mean, I have to look for a picture of it so I can find out what it's called.
Okay, let me think real quickly. Wait a minute.
Oh, Samantha Owens said, well, Janice Klein says stem stitch. Samantha Owens says fern. And Sue says fern too.
Yeah, I have my little notes here. So yeah, it was a fern stitch that we did last.
Oh, okay. So it's supposed to look like a leafy plant, kind of.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Even the fern stitch, you can change that around, and you can change that even around and make it a little bit different. And which I kind of change everything around and make it a little different because I can't do anything exactly right. Lorraine Short, thank you for coming. How kind of you. That is good to see a new name.
I was going to say, I thought that was new. Lorraine. I guess I want to say Lorraine, but well, maybe that sounds right too, I guess. I don't know.
She probably doesn't mind what you call her as long as you don't call her late for dinner.
Right.
Yep. That's usually what I say. You call me anything you want, just don't call me late for dinner. I have to start really watching what I eat. I'm telling you, yesterday my daughter got us a Subway sandwich. I don't know, but they must have had a whole pound of salt in it because this morning I wake up and they're like footballs.
Oh no, that's too bad. Well, yeah, some of if it's got the different meats in it, that has salt, and so does the cheese.
Yeah, because it had like salami and everything. But boy, it was
salami for sure.
So I got to be careful. Hi, Ray. Happy ray of sunshine. And you know what? She is a happy ray of sunshine all the time. That is good. Violet, did I say hello to you, Violet? I don't know. I don't remember from 1 minute to the next. So I'll just say hello to you again, Violet. And welcome to my sanctuary here. Yeah, I call it my sanctuary. Might as well be. Arlene, your order is gonna not Arlene, but Tammy Frazier. Your order will go out tomorrow. It would have went out today if it wasn't President's Day. Mr. President's Day. I rushed and rushed and rushed to get them things ready before the mailman. And the mailman showed up. It was okay because I needed a nap anyway, but then I always need naps. So anyhow, I am just getting this little bit of a blanket stitch put around this little piece here, taking up time. And then I'm going to just kind of place it where I want to place it. And, sometimes what I do is I will just put the stitching around just a separate piece, just the piece I'm working on. Oh, I just keep getting locked up in that fabric. I'm finding I really like using upholstery fabric.
Oh.
So if you all have a way of getting upholstery fabrics, because it's heavy, or duck cloth, too, is really nice because duck cloth, upholstery fabric, things that are kind of heavy that you can actually cut a shape out of. See, now this can be my little house here.
Oh, I see.
My little house. There's this little roof. And then I can just cut a little door. Put a little door there. The door can go there, and then a button on the door for the doorknob. And then I can I'll work on this tree some more. And I'm gonna be working on this on my standalone videos through the week. But then also, like on this one, where did I put it? It's under something here. Good grief. I am about the worst one for losing. Oh, there it is. See, I cut out some fruit. I don't know if it's apples or oranges. I'm not sure, but they're fruit. Anyway,
they're applique on.
And all I did with those is just having my little
Here, I thought you embroidered all those on there, Lizzie.
No. This, if I was embroidering, that's what I would be done. But nope, this is solo stitching. So anything.
No. I meant, but you applique on little pieces of reddish orange.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I just cut out like little shapes that might be like an apple or some kind of a fruit. You can name it whatever you want. And then those you can add. And then see there, then I put some leaves. I just cut out like a sort of like a leaf shape. But you see how I stitched the little apple things on with just a little green floss at the top. So it kind of looks. And then I took the white floss and just put the couple of little spots on each one of them. And it kind of looks like a little sparkle.
That's like right. Yeah.
Sparkle on the corner.
A little light reflecting off of it.
Yeah. Now,
very artistic.
Then on the window of the house here, I just cut a yellow piece of felt, and then I put the stitches around to make it look like a window. Now, this one didn't have room for a door, so I put the doors over here. You can't see it. So I put the little stair steps right there, just with another piece of felt, and just put it on with a little bit of a running stitch or whatever stitch. Then I up here I have my overhang of my roof a little bit more here. So I hung a light. But I hung a light so you can see to get up the stairs and not hurt yourself. And so Cordula says, let me see, what did Cordula say? We have natural gas in Arkansas. The gas company sent me an email yesterday saying because of high demand to turn down to 65 or 60 and add at night, turn it down 15% more. They've lost their minds. I got it on 73. You go with your bad self, Cordula. Stay there.
Cordula, is it piped natural gas, or do you have to have it in tanks? Because if it's piped through, I wouldn't think they'd have too much trouble with that. They don't say anything to us up here in Indiana about it. Now, my brother up in Michigan is in the boondocks, and he's got propane tanks, and he's been waiting on a shipment, and nobody's gotten there, and he's getting really, really low. So he's kind of worried.
Yeah, I would be worried because you got to stay warm. And the thing is, like where Cordula lives in her town, I mean, they can't even, they're pretty much locked in. They don't even have, they got one snowplow in their whole town.
Oh, Renee says they are asking that in Chicago. Interesting.
Yeah. And so there, see, then you can cut any, a little leaf. And here I used felt again. You can use felt, you can use green fabric, and you can have purple leaves if you want to, because it might be a bohemian tree. And then,
or a plum tree.
There you go. And
a plum tree.
Let's see.
We had one in my yard when I was a kid. We had plums.
Did you? Yeah. And then here I put a smokestack up there, a little chimney. And I just kind of borrow stitch that, just a running stitch to hold it on. And then I had a pretty piece of, this is just a little piece of yarn that is kind of looks like smoke. So that will come out of the smokestack. Actually, this here, Cordula sent me this here tassel, and I just have been cutting pieces off of this tassel so that I can have smoke. But my tassel's still beautiful.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, and so I just cut a piece off of there, so I'll have my smokestack. See, it will take me too long to try and put that all up in one, and in 1 hour. And so there you just put the little smokestack there and stitch that on, and then you can have your smoke coming out and have your tree. And then just to kind of, because I have this on this like a pearl colored fabric, that's upholstery fabric as well. Then I thought, well, I needed some stars in the sky or something. So I just put some cross stitches just here and there, just to kind of fix that up and look pretty. And so, but that gives you a little bit of an idea of what you can do with just such simple stitches, and knowing that your slow stitching is not just embroidery, it is just whatever you want to stitch onto your fabric, because it's your artwork. And this is really, really, it is an art piece. This is
It
an art.
is.
And when like I have my book that I'm putting pieces in, and I'm putting pieces in my book, and I got so many different ones. I started this one here. I just found this piece of fabric, and I thought that fabric's so pretty. It already has this on it, so I just went around and kind of hemmed it with a running stitch on these three sides. I haven't figured out what I'm going to do with it next, but it looks pretty like that. And so that one I just have in my little tote down here, and I just go back and forth with this and that. And let's see, is there anything else I did this week? Oh, I got some things here I have to get put in my.
While you're looking, I'm going to remind everyone, make sure you're on live chat and not top chat. Make sure there's a red dot next to the live when you right at the bottom of the screen. So I think you have to hover over it or something. But anyway, because we are going to do a little door prize, right, Lizzie?
Yes.
Okay. So you want to make sure you're up to, the current time before we do that.
Right. Now, another thing, and I kind of got this idea because on the screen, we learn from each other. We so learn from each other. And Cordula, which if you're on Scrap and Lizzie Unicorn site, you'll see her as Maria Price. She has been posting things that she's been doing. One of the things she's done, which I think is just beautiful, is she's taken a piece of fabric, and what she's used, one that's got flowers on it. Well, this here piece of fabric was just sent to me by Vanessa, and I love this piece of fabric. But what I started doing is, well, I just put it against, well, on the back, I just put some pieces of batting, and then I just started just stem stitching around each item, each image on the that's on the fabric already. So I'm going to continue to do this. I'll just continue to fill this up, and then once I get that done, I might add more to it. I don't know. But see, and you don't have to. This, just keep in mind that when you're slow stitching, you are enjoying the journey and not worrying about the destination. You're not worrying about the destination, the end result. Because
I,
now I have so many things going at one time, and I might work on this for a while till I just get bored with it, or I don't get bored with it. I'm just ready to change. And so and so I've always got so many things, but through the week, this is what I've done through this week. I've done this and that, and I've worked on my tapestry one, and like on my tapestry one here this week also I added this lace around the edge because this one I'm going to make into a wall hanging. So that's all slow stitched just with a borrow stitch that I borrowed this sewed this Clooney lace. The it looks like crocheted lace, and that's what's called Clooney. And I just put that all the way around the edge for like the frame. And so then I'm going to take a rod, a stick of some kind that's going to go across the top, but I'm going to cover that with fabric as well, and slow stitch on my stick. That's going to hang it. This
I
now,
got. Oh, can I interrupt you for a
yes,
second?
yes, you can.
Yolanda Cerna
Yes.
was. We have a Facebook group. She was wondering how she can see everybody else's, things, pretty things. We have a Facebook group called Scrap and Lizzie Unicorns, I think. I'll put in a link. Give me a second and I'll put in a link.
Oh,
And
thank
you can, it's a private group, but you just have to request to join. So give me a second and I'll put that in here.
Yes, and that's where I encourage, and even don't wait till you're finished. You do not have to wait till you're finished with the project to post it. Post it as you're going. Hi, Lala Gamaluri Way. I didn't see you. I'm glad that you're here too. Um, and even when you're in the process, when you're in the process, something does not have to be finished. And we are happy, so happy to see, because you're sharing your ideas. And then even somebody may see your image and then suggest something that maybe you can even add to it. Roberta Cordula does not have a channel. Cordula is posting her things in the Scrap and Lizzie Unicorn channel, in Facebook group rather. But Cordula doesn't have a channel, not yet anyway. I'm trying to talk her into it. Miss she has got some awesome ideas. She just awesome ideas just pop out of her head. Just it's amazing what things that she does. And so she really does need to have a channel, but for right now she is putting her handiwork on the Scrap and Lizzie Unicorn page. So just go and find that in Facebook, and oh, the more the merrier, because the more we have, the more members we have, the more ideas we get. And so and this idea actually came from, I don't remember where it come from at first. But then I was talking to somebody else and she said, and I already had this tree. And she goes, you know what would be pretty is if you was to put beads or something. And like these beads that I didn't put them on the trunk of the tree. I only put them on the branches. But these beads are just they're pre-strung. They're almost like miniature um, beads that you get at the Mardi Gras. You know, they're already stuck together. And so, but that just put a little sparkle. So I first had couched on the branches, then I couched this all the way across. And so, and I thought that that just then brought out the limbs. And Lizzie, are you still keeping your picture book of postings? Yes, I still have it going. I haven't been as good about it as I was at first, but I still save all my pictures. I just don't have them all printed out. I still save them all into a file on my computer. And one day I'm going to get them all printed out. Thank you. I didn't know about the bread at Subway. Was that?
I don't know if it's Jennifer or Jeffrey, but someone was talking about you can get a loaf of bread for $1. I think they said at Subway.
Really? Because non-video related. Somebody sells foot-long loaf of bread for $1. Jeffrey is so excited. Okay. Yesterday, when I told you I had a sandwich from Subway, and Jeffrey just does not eat sandwiches. He just doesn't eat that. But he doesn't eat much at all. And so he wanted he says, "Can I taste the bread?" And so, yeah, I gave him the top part of the sandwich, and he ate that, and he goes, "Whoa, that is good." And so then he told his mom, "I want to go to Subway and get a sandwich." His mama said, "You want to get a what?" Because she don't eat sandwiches. And he goes, "Yeah, I just want to get the bread, and I don't want them to put anything in my sandwich. I just wanted a bread sandwich." Because he liked that bread. It was the bread that they used on the Italian sub. And it was really good. It looked like it was cheese or something on top. So it was good. So I'm glad did you get, so I guess he must have got his piece of bread today. His
found out, yeah.
Bread sandwich.
Janet Burgess is wanting to know if you could show your slow stitch book soon. Okay, your slow stitch book?
Yeah, I have a book here. Let me see. It's in my bag.
I didn't know she meant an actual book or something you're working in, like a journal, or?
It is. This is a slow stitch.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah. And in here it's where I'm keeping a lot of my slow stitch projects is where they will live forever in this book. I don't have many of them sewed in right now, but even here, this is paper and fabrics, and I don't have that sewn. I mean, that one is sewn in there, and this is a piece I worked on. This is one that we worked on together, and so every page will have something different. Like this one here, I need to get that one sewn in there, but each page, I'm going to have this field. I got a whole lot of things started in here, but and I will continue. I will fill this book up, and then I'll start another one. But I'm telling you what I think is an awesome size. Oh, this one might be too, well, maybe not. It can go over to there. But see, what is an awesome size to make a fabric journal out of is if you have a fabric placemat. If you have a fabric placemat, which I have a few, none right here, of course not, but a fabric placemat is nice. If you go to, even if you buy one fabric placemat, they're not that expensive. Even if you buy them new, don't get anything real fancy. But and then you fold that placemat in half. Go to the thrift shop. That's where you get the best ones. And fold it in half. And that is a perfect size for what I think. Oh, Jennifer, thank you. Jennifer says, "Thank you all for the love you give to my wonderful mother." That kid is just amazing. And so you use a fabric placemat, fold it in half, and then just stitch down the spine some pages of anything. Cut apart a pillowcase, anything. Now, I don't have mine stitched in yet. I have mine safety pinned in, so that I can pull them out if I want to, or I might just leave just safety pins. And so that at the spine, and I got each one safety pin in separate. So I got one double page there, and there's two double pages there, and then this is 3, and then this is 4. So I've got 4 pieces that I just cut, that are just cut to the size of the book, and then just pinned to the spine. And then and it's just so soft. You could use this for a pillow.
Yeah.
And so
It
it is.
looks like a huge wedding pillow to put the rings on.
Yeah,
That's what it reminds me of.
absolutely. Yeah, it is pretty. And I didn't start. Joey started it and gave it to me, and I am just working on it. I'm just feeling it, feeling it, feeling it. And so, and Vamsy says, "Do you love stitching, Lizzie?" And I say, "Yes, I do, Vamsy. I love stitching." So, you know what? This is what I've got in here. I've put in the envelope already. Oh, this time I put in a piece. I put in 4 pieces of fabric, 4 pieces of fabric, and somebody suggested a little piece of batting. And so I went ahead and that. So this is today's door prize. If you want to start that.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So listen up, everybody. We're going to get ready to do the door prize. And Vamsy, are you listening?
We love them.
When I type go in the chat, not before, you can only put in one number between 1 and 120 one time. And the person who comes closest without going over first, it will to the number that she'll pull up, she'll generate a number, a random number, and that person will win this little door prize. So get ready, everybody. Okay, go. One number between 1 and 120, just one time. It doesn't matter, it's whoever puts it in first. So don't worry if somebody already put in the number. That's, if they got it in there before you did, then that's the way it goes. That's why I said to make sure you were up to the current time of the live stream. And I'll give you another 45 seconds or so to put in your numbers. Oh, that's a big flower.
It's my pen.
Oh.
I don't lose this pen. I one time was at the Dollar General and they had these in the markdown bin, and they were something like 8 cents a piece, and I think I bought like 10. And so I can always find a pen.
Vamsy, do you not understand our directions? Is it a language barrier or something? Why do you keep putting in multiple numbers when I've told you not to? All right, I'm gonna say stop here in just a second. Stop.
Okay, now she
Thank
said
you, Arlene.
stop. So I'm going to ask Google to get me, and I hope I got this right this time. Google, please pick us a number between 1 and 120. $29. See, that works pretty good now that I figured out how to do it.
All right, let's see
29.
Here. You look too, Lizzie, if you can.
Okay,
you can.
Let's see.
Well, I see a Rita with 23. Anybody else closer? I don't think so, unless I missed at the very beginning.
Does anybody else see a number? I see Rita Smith too. That's who I see.
Yeah, that's the one I see is the closest without going over. Rita Smith.
Okay, and that is her because I see the go and then I see that. Okay, so Rita Smith, this is
Congrats, Rita.
this is going to be yours. I'll put your name here. And since I don't recognize the name, I do know I don't have your address. My zip code, my email address is below the video. In any of my videos, you'll see that. Please send me your address so that I can send you your door prize. And Gems by Jenna, if you're still there, I'll give you one more week. Please send me your address so I can send you your door prize that I still have here waiting with your name on it. And so, gosh, you guys are awesome. I'm so glad that you're able to come. I wish we could stay on a little bit longer because I know a lot of people live stream for long periods of time. But me and Gail, we kind of are not like that. We can't go for too long of a time. So, so we kind of stick to an hour, hour and 15 minutes, maybe an hour and a half at the most. But let's see. Here is, I love to read out of this book. You Are Stronger Than You Know, Words of Hope and Encouragement for Someone Living with a Chronic Illness. And I try to read, or I do read, after each one of my videos. Gosh, my arms are looking like a road map. Got Z here for Zorro. Okay. Hold on to the good things in life. Life continues around us. Even when our troubles seem to stop time, there is good in life every day. Take a few minutes to distract yourself from your concerns, long enough to draw strength from a tree or find pleasure in a bird's song. Return a smile. Realize that life is a series of levels, cycles of ups and downs, some easy, some challenging. Through it all, we learn, we grow strong in faith, we mature in understanding. The difficult times are often the best teachers, and there is good to be found in all situations. Reach for the good, be strong, and don't give up. And that was written by Pamela Owens Renfro. See there? Draw strength from a tree or find pleasure in a bird's song, return a smile. And so, yeah, see? And here we got that tree going right here. Maybe I'll stick a little bird nest right up in here, little eggs in there. Maybe I can find a bird or something to look like a bird right there. I sure do appreciate all of you for coming. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Oh, I see Artie Dar Mariano. Thank you for coming. Tanya Stokely, Lala, Aaron. Aaron, are you still in the hospital or have they let you loose yet? I hope they find
No,
out
she's
what's causing.
still there.
You're still there, Aaron? Okay, keep me posted, Aaron. I'll be watching for your messages. Okay.
She just had a scan, she said, but she's still waiting for results.
No results yet. Oh my goodness. I know her blood pressure was like super high. Is what she
Good night,
said.
everybody. Take
Okay.
care. Stay safe. Stay warm.
Yes, absolutely. And thank you, Gail. You are just a lifesaver,
Oh, no
helping,
problem.
keeping up with the chat like that for us. It just helps out a whole lot. Okay, I want to ask God to watch over each one of you, every step you take, every move you make. Prayers are sent for everyone to stay healthy and to stay warm in this weather. God bless you all, and I will see you on the next video.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye, all.